Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, lads and lasses, passionate fans of two-wheel around the world. Welcome to the splendid international ADRIA Raceway in the province of Rovigo in northern Italy. On the 25th of September, we're an hour from Venice to the north and about the same from the high-tech historic city of Bologna to the south, an ideal location for passionate bike fans inspired by the flat roads, gorgeous countryside, and of course the wealth of engineering excellence that has developed here. And it is for this passion and know-how that Malossi are staging World Malossi Day 2016. Well, that is Malossi and Kymco, who have united their forces to bring to light a single incredible sporting event, the Kymco event 2016, 3 days of two-wheel delight, beginning Friday evening with the gala dinner dedicated to the riders and the teams who've been doing battle all year round for Malossi trophies and titles in international competitions, 30-year history. I'm Peter Lewis Hill, and I'm flanked by my very expert friend, Luca Semprini. Maybe the only gear I have up on him is my English, but I'm not even sure of that. What do you say, Luca?
Well, we'll see about that, Peter. Nice to have you here in the booth with me.
It's great to be with you. He'll be taking you through this upcoming incredible race. But first of all, I'd like to tell you why it is so totally incredible. It's totally incredible for the simple fact that what makes it different from all other races is that all the scooters will be Kymco Downtown 350, specially prepared by Malossi with Malossi parts. And so you've got 12 of these identical models, identical in all aspects of performance, and they're going to test the skills, obviously, of the 12 international star riders. But the big news of the season, and what makes it so different from all the rest, is that Malossi and Kymco and the Kymco Downtown 350 have special characteristics. Tell us about the characteristics a little bit.
Well, this, Peter, is a maxi scooter usually used for a city, so to get out in traffic, but with some tuning by Malossi, it increased performance. And now we see how it goes on a racetrack. Of course, the engine is not modified, but all the chassis, most of the chassis components and transmission are for improved performance.
All right. Well, we've got 12 of these special riders. Take us through. Let's go through the first row on the grid.
So we have Andrea Minischetti in pole position with a best lap time on 1:40.945. He was the
number 333, which is a winning number, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, all you sporting numerologists out there, correct me if I'm wrong.
Possibly so. I mean, a lot of riders are passionate about number 3. He used it 3 times. Maybe it's a lucky charm. We'll see. He was the only one below the 1:41 mark. And right beside him in first row, we have number 57, Cesare Fusto. And
he's from Turin as well.
Yes, and then we have the Frenchman, Kevin Rickley. But wait, we may have Daniele Confalone right on the grid for a first row interview for us.
Vai Daniele. Sì, ecco Cilio, siamo con Andrea Minischetti. Pilota velocissimo, autore di una stagione da manuale, oggi alla guida di un veicolo nuovo e con una gara tutta da combattere anche contro avversari provenienti da altri paesi, no?
Sarà una gara assurda questa qua, davvero, anche perché abbiamo avversari davvero forti alle mie spalle come Cesare e Kishida, quindi sarà molto tosta, ma voglio divertirmi come un pazzo, davvero, voglio proprio farmi 2 risate nel casco.
Allora buon divertimento. Sentiamo rapidissimamente perché ci stanno facendo uscire una battuta da Cesare Fusto, che è autore del secondo miglior tempo. Adesso se il cameraman ci inquadra, eccoci qua, vai.
Bah, Speriamo bene, è una novità, vediamo di sfruttarla al meglio.
Perfetto, allora gas a palla.
Crepi il lupo.
Ciao. Chiudiamo dalla pista.
Okay, so we're back. What Andrea was saying, Peter, is that he can wait to have as much fun as possible because, you know, there's no pressure, no trophy here. It's just, of course, there is a trophy and a podium.
Will he not be feeling the pressure of Cesare Fusto? Because they're great rivals, aren't they, those two?
They are. They battled before in the same category. They haven't been on track alongside this year so far. Andrea races in the 4-stroke, Cesare with the T-Max Cup on and off, but they know each other pretty well.
Well, Cesare's a great veteran, isn't he? An expert in scooter riding, so he's not going to be very happy about a young whippersnapper getting the up on him, so he's going to be fighting very hard.
For sure, there's going to be a clash of generations going on here, also with number 101, Toshimasa Kishida. He's from Japan. He's the oldest rider.
The most mature,
Trofei,
let's say, the most mature.
In Trofei Malossi, but also very, very fast.
He's winner of the 20 years prize for Malossi race participation. And he's also a talent scout. I wonder if he's recruiting for the Kymco factor.
Yes, exactly, but this time he's out on track to show his skills, not leaving the youngster on the downtown 350.
Well, they start their warm-up lap. What will they be looking for this time? I mean, how many times have they been on this model?
Just a few sessions from Friday on, so they're all pretty new to this. I think the most fascinating thing is that they're all tuned the same way, so it's really up to the rider's skills and throttle control to make a big difference in this race.
Well, I'm going to be supporting personally Mark Yom Pen because he's joining us from Reunion Island.
That's a long way out.
Where is that, you might say? Well, if you look on your atlases, you're going to find it's between Madagascar and Mauritius. And not only that, scooter racing is really big there. And they have their own championship where the prize is to race here in the Kymco Events final. Here we have the model of the racetrack. What are the main aspects of it here? The main characteristics?
I guess we can split it into two separate sections. The first half is very stop and go, as we'd say, so it's a bit of a straight and hairpin, straight hairpin, so heavy braking. While the back part, right before the finish line, the second part of the circuit, is more curvy, twisted, more technical. You see long corners with high corner speed. So it's quite varied, actually.
Well, this is a feature of this race, isn't it? Because all the machines are exactly the same, tuned by Malossi to a state of Malossi perfection. So really, we're looking at the skill of the riders here in the outcome. So it's a very personal thing, really. There's no excuses.
Yeah, it's very even, so it should be interesting. We see from the lap times that they're all very close, and I expect some close racing, but here we are, ready to start. We see the race director holding the red flag, waiting for the grid to be completed.
Who is the race director? It's Sergio?
Yeah, we have two race directors, Attilio and Sergio. Sergio is the one holding the red flag that we see here.
Go for it, Sergio. He knows all there is to know.
And here we are. I think Minischetti got the whole shot from pole position. Looks pretty comfortable on the way into turn one.
It's a blistering start. We've got a clear lead there. Now is it? Well, they're neck and neck.
Yeah, as you can see, the acceleration is very similar, so it all depends on the lines that you take. We see, it's hard to see the number. I think, yeah, Minischetti is still up front, but Fusto try to move on the outside.
Okay, so as we expected, this is looking like a battle between Andrea Minischetti and Cesare Fusto.
Well, not quite that. There's also Kevin Riclet, Toshimasa Kishida. They're all very
bunched up, aren't they? They're all within a shout. However, now there's a group breaking off now. Front three.
Yeah, we need to wait on the first passage on the finish line to see the exact classification. It's hard to see the numbers from here, but yeah, definitely
3-3-3.
Minischetti up front with Fusto
57.
and Toshimasa in third position, so he climbed up
101.
one.
All following about the same line.
And now Fusto try to move on the inside. But it should be Minischetti to cross the first finish line on first position.
End of lap one. Give me a quick summary, Luca, on what's been going on. And what can we see and what can you predict for the future of the race?
Okay, it's
We've got
actually
6 laps to
Fusto.
go.
You see the slipstream. Fusto and Toshimasa passed Minischetti, who was up front after the last corner, but he's now in third position. And there's, I count, 4 riders within a few tenths of a second. And they're definitely all very close to each other.
It looks like it's going to be a very tactical race. If you were at this point, let's say you're Cesare Fusto, what would you be thinking? What would you be planning on doing for these laps?
I would reckon it's very hard to pull away from the pack at this point, especially because the tuning is exactly identical for all the machines out there. So my plan would be to wait into second or third position to study the lines of my main opponents. But clearly Cesare knows what he's doing and he's taking a swing at pulling away from them.
Weight is a factor here, isn't it?
Definitely is. In racing it is all the time, but with the heavier machines like Maxi scooters even more so.
I'm interested how Dennis de Lister's getting on. He's a tall rider, isn't he?
Very tall, yeah. He's like past 6 feet tall.
He knows Minischetti very well. He races in Holland and he likes big scooters.
Yeah, now we see Fusto still up front, followed by Toshimasa and Minischetti. The first 3 definitely put a bit of a gap between them and the second pack. Alex Ugrin from Slovenia is in 4th position, ahead of your favorite Marc Yompan from Reunion. Also very close by is Morgan Riclet from France. So we have 3+3 leading the race, split into 2 groups.
Marc Yompen's doing very well. He's improved on his 1:43.912.
Yeah, by a long shot, I would say. It's 1:41.9 personal best. Just 1 second slower than the fastest time ever in this category, set by Andrea Minischetti during qualifying.
Which was 1:49.45, but now he's almost a second down on that.
Which is quite impressive given that this is a race. So I think we're all still in the early phases, you know, where riders study each other's lines and try to figure out a plan for the final laps, you know, because if you pull a pass in the final lap, then it's harder to get passed back and you hold position. Now Minischetti is back to second thanks to the provisional best lap of 1:41.339.
We have a family battle in this race as well. We've got the Riesling brothers.
Yeah, they're both from France. They're brothers. They joined Malossi for the first time in Vallelunga in July and quickly made an impression, made a name for themselves because they battled head-to-head with some really skilled riders in the national trophy. Now they tried this this new format as well with great enthusiasm.
We've got Kevin and Morgan. Interesting names for a French couple, but they'll be fighting in the family. Kevin is the reigning French scooter champion. Morgan in the qualifying sessions was almost two seconds behind him. 2.2 to be exact on the trial laps, and he'll be renewing his friendly family feud today. And he's currently the French Federation, fourth in the French Federation Championship.
It looks like Kevin had some technical issues though, because we don't see any lap times on the monitors. So Morgan is out there alone representing France for the time being. Let's hope that Kevin can at least clock a few laps in.
The riders come from all the continents of the world here. This is becoming a very special international event. We've got Attila Gaspar, and he's the Hungary title winner, number 74. Gaspar currently 10th. Well, those are times which are considerably behind what they were doing in their test laps.
Yeah, I think it's all part of the tactic. Nobody really wants to show their full speed. They don't go 100% when the performance of the machines are so similar, I guess.
Well,
so they always hold something in their pocket.
It's an incredible cat and mouse race, testing the skills of all the riders.
We saw somebody exiting the track for a moment. It was Alex Ugrin from Slovenia. He was in 5th position, but now I assume he rejoined the pack from the very bottom.
Let's see if he can make it up a little bit. He's an expert in 70cc races. Very fast this year. But he did suffer a bad injury. He's been having a bit of bad luck. Let's hope that this bad luck doesn't take him out of the reckoning.
Quite so. He also was an unlucky protagonist of a crash yesterday. Was taken out while trying to avoid collision with a rider who crashed in front of him in the national trophy. Thankfully, he escaped uninjured, just a bit bruised. Now we see Minischetti back in front. He broke the 1 minute 41 barrier, but it was Toshimasa Kishida with the best lap of 140.810. The rider from Japan with the number 101 in, really starting to warm up the engines when we have 2 laps left.
Minischetti, Toshimasa, Fusto. Jon Pen very close. Well, we've got a podium pack now setting up. They've made a break, haven't they?
Yeah, quite clear. They have a 5 seconds lead. Now Toshimasa is up front, so all 3 have led the race at some point. We're talking about Andrea Minischetti, Cesare Fusto, and Kishida Toshimasa from Japan. They studied each other, I would say, quite profusely now, and in a few corners, we're going to start the last lap, and it's going to be all out.
What's happened to Kevin Richelet? The reigning French Scooter Championship. Where's he gone?
We don't know because we haven't seen him on camera, but he must have had some technical issue because no lap time set from him. And here we go. We start the last lap with Fusto in the lead. We see Toshimasa pulling out of the slipstream. Let's see if he can outbrake Fusto in turn 1. No. Number 57 breaks really deep into the corner.
What are the tactics here? Can they squeeze through? How can they get out of the slipstream riding and into a lead here? What will be your tactics?
Just wait until the very last second to make sure that you have the best aerodynamic configuration in front of you, less air resistance, and then pull out and outbrake the opponent. But we'll see. They're really toe-to-toe now. And it's Minischetti on the outside. Well, Toshimasa, he is such an experienced rider. He saw Minischetti trying to maneuver on the outside, and he took the opportunity on the inside. And now he has a better torque out of that corner. They're all three together. Minischetti hard on Toshimasa. Now we only have 5 corners left, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. Fusto may have a few meters of advantage that could be crucial. There's Minischetti in second.
Fusto closed down the space very well there. What an expert he is, what experience he's got.
Yeah, I think he has it in the bag at this point. There's not much the Minischetti and Toshimasa can do, but great way to exit the corner from Minischetti. He just missed.
Coming through to the final flag. That's the checkered flag. And it's Fusto who wins it. Fusto is first.
It's Fusto for only 1/10 of a second over Andrea Minischetti and Kishida Toshimasa, while Mark Yompen pips Morgan Reclay on the finish line for 4th position. Tight fight also for 6th, with Alfonso Cirillo ahead of Ugrin and Delia. They're all in a few tenths of a second. Then in 9th we have Attila Gaspar from Hungary. Dennis De Lister wraps up the top 10, and Christian Galbiati is slightly further back in 11th position.
6 seconds separating the whole pack of 12, Super 12. Well, what a great race. Cesare Fusto wins the Kymco Downtown 350 event 2016. He is the king of the day. Let's just recap the podium. In first place, Cesare Fusto. Second place, Adriano
Minischetti.
And in third place, we've got Toshimasa Kishida, who we thought might have picked it at first because he was leading for some of the race. But the experience of Cesare Fusto from Turin came through in the end. Tough, hard veteran, expert in scooter racing, and he showed the young lads that experience and toughness and muscle counts.
Yeah, I think it really made a difference, the fact that he was in the lead, because he steered clear from the skirmish going on between Minischetti and Toshimasa. You saw at the S, Minischetti really hard on the inside, a fair move, but hard racing move for sure on the Japanese rider, and that gave Fusto those few meters that proved to be crucial in the end.
Well, it was a great race, fast race, a very technical race. What does this tell you then about the bike and the riders?
I think it's all the rider who makes a difference at this point. The scooters prove to be quite performing. The lap times are definitely competitive for this track, but given that they're all the same, it was all tactics and, as we call it, the right wrist to make a difference. Now, let's watch a replay of the start. This is the replica. Let's wait again until we find the right footage.
This Kymco Downtown 350 is really a super sporting scooter.
It can be, for sure.
But obviously it's something that you can just take downtown as well.
Now let's watch some highlights from the race. Very close battles throughout the field. Now, Peter, if I'm not mistaken, you don't come to a racetrack that frequently. So how did it feel for you to watch such a close battle?
Totally exciting, totally thrilling to see the skill, the dedication of these riders and how tight they are. But not only that, not only the skill, but the incredible respect that they show to each other in the way they ride, which it's like a dance of equilibrium, a dance of speed.
And let's not forget that this type of scooter is it's not a prototype. You know, it's something that you can get pretty much in any dealership, and most people use it to just cut through traffic at rush hour in big cities. But it's great to see it on track with a bit of a more aggressive configuration. Now we go to the pit lane with Daniele Confalone for the interview with the winner, Cesare Fusto, number 57.
Fusto, diamogli un attimo che si sta togliendo guanti e casco, così lo guardiamo in viso e vediamo innanzitutto quanto è stanco e poi gli chiediamo quanto sia divertito.
Ciao a tutti, mi sono divertito, tanto. Era un po' che non guidavo così vicino, con i mezzi uguali, e la battaglia è stata sino all'ultimo momento, proprio sino all'ultima curva, e molto divertente.
Ecco, abbiamo visto molto che si è giocato di sci, e soprattutto tra voi tre che eravate in testa, e quindi con la preparazione pari dei veicoli conta parecchio usare determinate malizie, insomma, quindi non so, lasciar correre in curva e chiudersi a uovo in rettilineo?
Sì, decisamente, la scia è determinante, con i rettilinei così lunghi, i motorini andavano tutti e tre uguali, identici, quindi anche quel poco poteva fare la differenza e io ho cercato di sfruttarlo, come loro del resto.
Benissimo, allora complimenti e a presto.
Grazie, alla prossima.
Regia, chiudiamo il collegamento e diamo appuntamento dopo la pausa dell'ora del pranzo con le prossime gare del pomeriggio.
Thank you Daniele from the pit lane. Now Peter, let me just guide you through what Cesare said. First of all, he said he had so much fun because it's been a while since he rode in a race with machines, such equal machines in terms of competitiveness. Now the engine performance was identical for all the riders, so you said that they really had to use all their cunning and tactics to make it out on top, and it was a thrilling battle till the very last corner.
Well, it was a scintillating race. Congratulations to you all. That's all from the Kymco Downtown 350 event 2016. A fantastic race, which goes to show that Kymco and Malossi put sport in scooters, and the winner of the Kymco Downtown 350 is Cesare Fusto. And so until the next checkered flag from Peter Lewis Hill and my really expert, wonderful friend Luca Semprini, it's bye-bye. So SSS, super sporting scootering to you all.
Ciao!